When are women most sexually active? Shocking truth revealed. When are women most sexually active? The answer might surprise you. Society loves to promote the idea of a sexual prime, a magical age when everything peaks. But is that really how it works? In this video, we'll dive deep into the truth about women's sexual activity across different life stages. From the exploration and curiosity of early adulthood to the confidence of the mid-30s, the surprising renaissance in the 40s, and the evolving intimacy beyond the 50s, this journey is far more dynamic and personal than any myth can explain. But here's the catch. It's not just about age. Factors like emotional well-being, relationship dynamics, life circumstances, and even societal expectations all play a role. What drives desire? When do confidence and self-awareness change the game? And how do women redefine intimacy as they grow? Stick around as we uncover the myths, explore the realities, and discuss how women can embrace their sexuality at every stage of life. You won't want to miss the insights waiting for you at the end, because this topic is about more than just sex. It's about understanding the beauty of evolving desire and connection. The myth of prime years. Society often perpetuates the myth of a sexual prime that applies universally to women, but this idea is overly simplistic. Women's sexual activity doesn't peak at one specific age and then taper off. Instead, it evolves over time, influenced by hormonal changes, emotional experiences, confidence levels, and external factors like relationships and life stressors. A woman's sexual activity might peak during different stages of her life for various reasons, and these peaks can be redefined multiple times. To understand these shifts, let's break it down by age ranges. Early adulthood, 18 to 25. Exploration and discovery. The late teens and early 20s are often a time of sexual awakening for many women. During this stage, women are likely to experiment with intimacy as they gain more independence and explore relationships. During this stage of life, many women begin exploring their sexual preferences and boundaries, often driven by curiosity and a desire to understand their bodies better. High levels of estrogen and testosterone during these years naturally heighten libido, creating a foundation for sexual discovery. At the same time, cultural expectations and peer influences can either encourage or discourage sexual activity, depending on the societal context. For some, the freedom of college or early careers fosters casual relationships and more frequent encounters. However, this period can also come with insecurities about body image, lack of sexual confidence, or emotional vulnerability, all of which can shape a woman's sexual activity. Mid-20s to early 30s, 25 to 35, confidence and stability. As women move into their mid-20s and early 30s, many experience a shift in their sexual confidence and emotional maturity. Why this period is often a sexual peak. By this stage, many women notice increased confidence and have developed a better understanding of their own desires and preferences. This self-awareness can lead to more fulfilling sexual experiences. For many, stable relationships formed during this time foster emotional intimacy, a key driver of fulfilling sexual connections. Hormone levels remain relatively stable, and many women report experiencing heightened libido compared to their earlier years. Additionally, women in this age range are often in their most fertile years. For some, this biological drive can translate to increased sexual activity, particularly for those trying to conceive. While this stage often marks a period of stability, it can also bring challenges, such as juggling careers, relationships, and family responsibilities, which may affect sexual frequency. Late 30s to mid-40s, 35 to 45, a surprising renaissance. Contrary to the common belief that libido decreases with age, many women report a resurgence of sexual desire and activity in their late 30s and early 40s. This phase is often described as a sexual renaissance. What fuels this surge? By this age, many women have let go of insecurities that may have held them back in their younger years. They often feel more confident and comfortable in their own skin. Women in this age range tend to be more attuned to their bodies, desires, and what brings them pleasure. With a greater sense of self, women may feel less constrained by societal pressures or judgments, allowing them to explore their sexuality more freely. Some studies suggest that hormonal changes leading up to perimenopause can actually boost libido for a time. Women in long-term relationships may experience a renewed intimacy with their partner, especially as children grow older or responsibilities become more manageable. Interestingly, women who are single during this period often report more fulfilling sexual experiences, driven by a clearer sense of what they want and the confidence to pursue it. Late 40s to 50s, 45 to 55, navigating hormonal shifts. The transition into perimenopause and menopause brings significant hormonal changes, particularly a decline in estrogen and testosterone levels, which can affect libido and sexual function. However, this doesn't mean sexual activity ceases, it simply evolves. Symptoms like vaginal dryness, decreased lubrication, and changes in sensitivity can make sexual activity more challenging. However, these issues can often be managed with medical advice and open communication. At this stage, some women experience decreased desire due to stress, body image changes, or other life transitions during this phase. For women in stable, supportive relationships, emotional connection often becomes an even more significant driver of sexual activity than physical factors. Despite these changes, many women report a strong desire for intimacy and satisfaction. With the right mindset and support, this stage can still be fulfilling and empowering. 60s and beyond, 55 plus, redefining intimacy. For women in their 60s and beyond, sexual activity often takes on new forms and meanings. While physical changes continue, emotional intimacy and companionship become the focal points of many relationships. At this stage, women often prioritize emotional connection over purely physical pleasure, leading to deeply satisfying experiences. Maintaining physical health, managing chronic conditions, and staying active play crucial roles in sustaining sexual activity. For some women, retirement or the empty nest phase brings a newfound sense of freedom and time to reconnect with their partner or explore new relationships. Access to hormone replacement therapy, HRT, lubricants, and sexual health resources allows women to address age-related changes and maintain a satisfying sex life. Factors that influence sexual activity across all ages. Sexual activity isn't just about age, it's influenced by a variety of factors throughout a woman's life. Physical health plays a major role, as issues like hormonal imbalances, chronic conditions, or certain medications can affect libido and sexual function. Emotional well-being is equally important. Stress, anxiety, depression, or unresolved trauma can dampen desire. The dynamics of a woman's relationship also matter deeply. Emotional intimacy, trust, and communication often determine the quality and frequency of sexual connections. Cultural and societal norms can shape attitudes about sexuality, either encouraging openness or creating barriers. Lastly, life circumstances like career pressures, parenting, or financial stress can either hinder or enhance sexual activity depending on the situation. Final thoughts. A personal and evolving journey. The question of when women are most sexually active doesn't have a one-size-fits-all answer. Women's sexuality is deeply personal, constantly evolving, and influenced by a multitude of factors. What's clear, however, is that sexual activity is not confined to any single prime age range. Instead, it's a journey of self-discovery, empowerment, and connection that can flourish at any stage of life. For women, embracing their sexuality, regardless of age, means prioritizing their desires, fostering open communication with partners, and seeking the support they need to navigate the physical and emotional changes that arise over time. Whether in their 20s, 40s, or 60s, women have the potential to experience deeply fulfilling and meaningful sexual relationships when they approach their desires with confidence and authenticity. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.